the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel, as always. My name is Brad. Today, I'm going to be talking about the importance of relaxing. So it's the importance of relaxing. It's going to be a chilled live vlog, really. My energy is not great, if I'm completely honest, but I'm just going with the flow, going with the conversation. Obviously, I've got my notes with me as always. I'm going to answer any comments, respond to any comments the best I can, in the best way that I can. I've got my notes, but I'll be speaking in a freestyling manner. Obviously, it's a live vlog. So yeah, if you want to join me, you can. Happy days. So yeah, so it's the importance of relaxing. The importance of relaxing, especially in England. It's like a bloody rat race, isn't it? I'm just going to type this in anyway, just to begin with, and then I'll start talking a bit more. The importance of relaxing. So people know what we're talking about, which is always a good thing. Done. The importance of relaxing. That's what we're talking about today. So, referring to my notes a little bit, and then I'll crack on. So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me. Tonight, I'll be honest, I'm not feeling 100% today, because I'm not 100%. I don't feel 100%. I'm not at my best. Hi, Dawn. Good to have you with us. Hope you're okay. How's life? I'm just doing a chilled one today, Dawn. Hope that you're okay. Hope that you're not working. That'd be good. Hello, Sander, as well. Hi, Sander. Good to have you with us as well. So yeah, I'm not feeling 100%. I went away early this week. It was good. It was really nice. I don't know why. My energy's not great, but it is what it is. The ups and downs of life, isn't it, I suppose? So that's what I'm going to talk about. Basically, the importance of relaxing, which ties in with how I feel right now, ties in with what I'm going to talk about. So I think it has a bit more weight to it, I suppose. Yorick said, "Oh, good to have you with us, Yorick." He says, "We back." Hi, Yorick. I hope that you're okay. I hope life's going well for you. Sanders also says hi to Yorick. Dawn's saying no work today. I'm glad you're not working today, Dawn. It's good to not work sometimes. And you've been playing out with the horses all day. Oh, that's amazing. Out in nature all day. Very lucky. Very lucky. Good for you. Dawn saying hello to everybody. Sanders says, lovely, Dawn. Absolutely. Being out in nature is amazing, isn't it? It's probably more common for you, Dawn, but I was out in more common for you because you obviously, it sounds like you're in the countryside much more than the average person. But it was nice being in nature. I felt like I was in a painting. It was lovely. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to it. But it was lovely. I was going to do another live, but I just thought I'm just tired. I couldn't, if I'm honest, I couldn't be asked, so I just didn't bother. Anyway, I'll try and get my energy up a little bit more. Sandra's saying lovely, Dawn. Yorick's saying hello to everyone. Yorick's saying nice new profile picture, Dawn. Oh, I've not seen your profile picture. Dawn saying I need it. It recharges me. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Being in nature really does recharge you. I think that's where we're meant to be. That's where we're energy, aren't we? I suppose we come from nature. Yeah, it does recharge us. It's really good for you. Sandra's saying yes. Yeah, Dawn, nice pic. Lovely. So anyway, I'll carry on with this and I'll keep responding to the comments. Thanks for joining me, by the way. I'll speak the best I can. So sometimes when you're not at your best, the best thing you can do is slow the fuck down. Slow down. I need to keep telling myself that. I don't always succeed with this, by the way. This is a reminder to myself, really as well. I'm always on the go. I'm always doing. And then when I stop doing something, I feel bad. I feel guilty. I think, oh shit, I need to do more. I need to do this. I need to do that. I feel like almost guilty for like taking time off. It's great. I'm a bit crazy like that, I suppose. It helps you achieve things. I achieve a lot because it's great, isn't it? Showing determination, fucking turning up, man. You've got to keep turning up, which I completely agree with. And I suppose that could be linked to stoicism as well. Being resilient, being tough. You've got to be tough. You've got to be a tough person to live this life successfully. However, part of that, if you keep going all the time, you can potentially have a nervous breakdown. You can eventually break, potentially, worst case scenario. And I think it's good to have downtime, relax, switch off. That's what I'm going to talk about. So Dawn's is saying, thank you. I'd had Hector up for a long time, so I decided it was Tommy's turn. He was such a good boy today. I'm so happy with him. Is that the horses that you're referring to, Dawn? I'm assuming. I think that's what you're on about, Dawn. Sorry if I'm wrong. Dawn's in saying, thanks, Sander. But it's lovely having horses as well. A lot of skill, a lot of experience and skill needed to maintain horses as well, of course. Not that I know about these things, let's be honest. But it is interesting. Dawn saying your glamping video was awesome, by the way. Oh, thanks, Dawn. I was a little bit pissed. I was outside my comfort zone, but thank you. I'm glad you got your time off. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, I needed it. I've had this week off. I worked yesterday, though. I worked yesterday's overtime, but I've had most of the week off, which has helped. Sab Trader says hi. Hi, Sab Trader. My name's Brad. Good of you to join us, by the way. I hope that you're okay. Dawn saying yeah. Sandra saying hi to Sab. Graham saying I love you. Hello, Graham. I hope you're okay. Clip Zimph is saying hi, Baldy. Yeah, I've got a fucking bald head, man. Fucking yes, it's bald as fuck. I'm not being very professional with saying that, but it is. Of course I'm bald, man. Bald. Graham says hi. Hi, Graham again. Sab Trader's asking me if I'm AI. I'm a fuck AI, Sab Trader. I'd be speaking a lot better. If I was AI, guess what? I'd be speaking a lot better than I am. If I was AI, I'd be speaking a lot better. I think that's going to be Sab Trader, though. It's an interesting point, though, in a way. I think in the future going forward, AI is going to get really, really, really good. It's already good. It's already unbelievably good. It's already got the IQ of Einstein, for instance. Basically, it's got a PhD knowledge in fucking everything, Sab Trader. And it's just going to get better and better and better. So it's going to be hard to differentiate between what's real and what's not real. When I first started doing this YouTube thing, I found out about AI. I thought, what's the point? I can't even compete. How the fuck can I, just me, Brad, how can I compete with AI? I have no chance. It's just more intelligent than I am, a lot more intelligent than I am. But then I thought to myself, the best thing I can do is do lives, which I'm doing now. Which this is what I do for now. So no, I'm not AI. I'm not AI. And the best thing I can do is be genuine. So this is just me being me, Sab Trader. But no, I'm not AI. But that question is going to get asked more and more as time goes on in the next year or so, which is interesting. I think it's a bit scary as well, but I won't go on too much about AI. But anyway, Sandra's saying hi to Graham. Clip is saying hi, Baldy. Hello, Clip. How are you? Yes, I'm bald. We've already established that. It's clearly evident by what you can see. Sandra's then saying, Sab, yeah, he is AI. Oh, do you trust me, or Sandra? You've got a conundrum there, Sab. Do you think I'm AI? What do you think? And if you do think I'm AI, explain to me why you think that. Interesting topic, potentially. Dawn said, nothing ruins a good holiday, like going back to work. I know, Dawn, but I need the fucking money. I need the money. I'm a wage slave, Dawn. I'm a wage slave, let's be honest. I want to hopefully maybe get away from that at some point. But I did it because I just need the money. They asked me to work Friday as well. I said, no, fuck that. No, thank you. And it was a shit. I had a hard day. I had a hard day as well. But I turned up. I earned some money. It's all good. But yeah, it didn't feel good when I was there, if I'm honest, Dawn, especially if you had the rest of the week off. Sandra's then saying hi to Clipsy. Sab's Trader's then saying, oh, NVM. Then I wanted to talk to a real person. NVM, not AI, sorry. Right, you don't think I'm real, that's fine. I know I'm real. Let me just pinch myself. Yeah, I'm fucking real, mate. It's funny though. It's all good. Sam's saying ha 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 to Sab. Sab's then saying, yeah, AI is too real, bro. It's ridiculous. Yes, Sab, I agree. It's fucking mad. It really is. And what's going to happen as well, you probably already know this, companies are going to compete against other companies. So therefore, they're going to have to try and get better AI. And it's going to take over jobs, the creative world, etc. It could even go on, our country's going to compete with AI. Of course, they fucking are. Automated machines are going down Terminator 2 kind of thinking here. It's going to it's just big. It's the genie's just come out of the bottle, mate, and you can't put that fucking genie back in once it's come out. You can't put that genie back in that bottle, and the AI genie is out the bottle now, and it's just going to expand beyond what even I can think about. Anyway, Dawn saying Ghost Standard got so ninja. Oh, nice stealth mode there. Sab Trader saying it's so unbelievable how AI is so real. Yeah, I agree, Sab. It is. Will it be able to do this like I am now? In this way? Can it? I don't know. Will it develop consciousness? Maybe it's, I don't know, it's mad. It's fucking mad, mate. Remember the birth of the internet? Obviously, the birth of the internet was early 90s, but it didn't kick in till like the early 2000s. Forgive me if I'm getting my dates wrong. And it took a while for it to really kick off. But they didn't know how the internet was going to change the world, which it has, of course. Like TV is now the new radio, isn't it? Kind of thinking. So this AI thing is going to be crazy. Anyway, I'll move on for now. But it is interesting, but it's interesting and scary at the same time, Sab. That's what I think. But I don't know everything about it. I only know bits about it. Sandra's saying Graham is a grumpy psycho. He needed to go. What did he say? What did he say, Sandra? I need to see the comments. Let me see them sometime. Sometimes, and I get why you get rid of them. Sometimes I like to see them. I know that might sound crazy to you, but I like to see what the fuck they've got to say, and then I'll respond. But you're not in the mood today. Sorry, Brad. I get it. A zero tolerance type of thinking. Dawn's laughing. I've only just seen this comment. You've said, haha, zero tolerance. Sab message has been retracted as well. What's been said, I don't know. Oh, you've just retracted your message, Sab, sorry. Sandra's saying that's true, Sab, but he's evidently real. Yeah, I'm real. If it was AI, I think it'd be better than me at speaking. Of course it would. Definitely. Maybe I'm wrong. You might not be able to tell the difference in the future, though. Anyway, Sab saying, bro standard, it's hard to tell how AI is so real. You can't really tell the difference. I was just asking, nothing offensive. No, I didn't take it as an offense, by the way, Sab. It's quite an interesting topic, really. Very interesting. And it's interesting, like I've said, how it's going to go in the future. Sab saying, I understand. Thanks for explaining, though, Sab. It's very respectful of you. Sandra's then saying, everyone laughed at the internet. Yeah, they did. And look at us now. We're all addicted. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. I am, if I'm honest. Dawn saying, I heard that an AI bot found out it was getting replaced by a newer version and exposed someone's affair to save itself. Wow, where did you see that, Dawn? That's interesting. It goes beyond comprehension where that's going to go, you know, honest to fucking God. I think it goes beyond our comprehension. Well, it does with my thought process with regards to what's going to happen with this AI shit. Not sure how accurate that is, but it's scary. Yeah, I can imagine. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with this, but keep commenting. I'll keep responding. So relaxing, referring to my notes a little bit, to be open and honest. Obviously, I'll add lib to these, but I can't remember where you saw it. I don't know. Maybe worth looking up at some point. So relaxing isn't just lazy. Isn't just about being lazy. Sometimes I feel like that. I feel like shit, I'm being lazy, but sometimes you need to relax. It's actually what helps us to recharge. I know this is stating the fucking obvious. Of course it is. Of course it is. But I think we can easily forget it, especially in the rat race that we're in. In England, it's a rat race. I think America's very similar. And other countries will be the same. It's just a rat race, isn't it? And this can help us recharge physically, mentally, and emotionally. It can prevent burnout potentially. And if we don't take time out, it catches up with us. Stress can build cortisol levels. The hormone cortisol kick in, which basically means more inflammation in your body, pent up stress, potentially. I'll go back to the comment. Oileke, is it Oileke, Richard? Hi, Oileke. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Hi to you, but hi back to you, by the way. Hope that you're okay. Sandra's saying, how are you? So the stress can build. We get tired. We get burnt out. We're human. We lose focus. And we're not the best version of ourselves. Has that ever happened to anyone else? It happens to me sometimes. I get burnt out and tired. And then I know it might sometimes I get a little bit angsty and upset. I can get a little bit more upset about things than I usually do. Things piss me off more if I'm burnt out and tired. So therefore, I'm not at my best when I'm like that. But it's recognizing these things, isn't it? Of course. On the other hand, when we do relax, whether that's going for a walk, listening to music, cooking, or just sitting quietly, we give our mind and body a rest. Give our mind and body a rest. I know it's a really light topic I'm talking about today. It's not really in depth, but this is how I feel. So this is what I'm going with today. Usually I talk about deeper topics, but sometimes I like to chill, man. It's Friday night as well, so I hope this is good enough. Dawn saying feeling like you're being lazy while resting is a sign of past narc abuse. Maybe. Have I been on the receiving end of narcissistic abuse? Yeah, I have. Why is it, Dawn? Please explain why you think that. Interesting, but please explain. Beating myself up. I've done it all my life. I still do it now. I fucking struggle with that one. I'm better than I was, though. Anyway, so for me, I really like being away from people. I like being away from people sometimes, believe it or not, even though I'm talking on here. And I like being around people sometimes, but I like being away sometimes. I just don't want to hear anything. I just want to switch off from all the bullshit. It's good to be quiet in a world that can't stop talking, springs to mind. So it's good to be quiet in a world that can't stop talking. Sometimes I'm contradicting that now by talking words, but I've got to on this format. Sorry, but that's what I think of that. And it's good to be in your own energy, recharging your own energy. That could mean sitting outside. I was at that glamping experience, and I just sat on the grass outside, and I was doing some Wim Hof breathing. I did loads of rounds just to stop myself feeling hungover, if I'm honest. And it really helped. And it was just nice being in nature. It was top. It helped me to, and helps you to switch off, doesn't it? But it doesn't have to be complicated. Keeping it simple. Oh, so you're saying they hate to see you resting or doing anything for yourself. Everything has to be about them till they drag you in. They say you're being lazy. Yeah, that can happen. I think I'm like that anyway. I think I agree with what you're saying, Dawn. I do agree with what you're saying with regard to narcissistic abuse. They don't like to do well. They don't like to do it. They don't want to see any partake in any self-care, for instance. Interesting. I'm trying to think now. But I think I've been really hard on myself all my life. I've always expected more of myself. I've always expected so much of myself. And if I didn't have that, I'd have still been taking drugs. I'd have been a fuck up. I'd have been a loser. I'd have been a fuck up. And I'd have stayed where I was. I always felt like I need to do more, like I should be doing better. Where does that stem from originally? From childhood? I don't know. Maybe it's just my personality that's deeply ingrained in me. That's what I'm meant to be doing, bigger, better things or bigger, different things. I have been around narcissists. I have been manipulated, of course. But I think, for me personally, I think it's more. That's why I'm hard on myself. I think so anyway, Dawn. Sandra's saying, Dawn, I'd agree. It's because the narcissist was insatiable, is it? Nothing was never good enough, and we had to work hard for their love and approval. My mum was never happy with me resting or working hard. We are conditioned as well from a young age. Maybe I had some conditioning when I was young. I think we all do, don't we? Especially if we have a narcissistic parent. Don't say my ex couldn't see me happy or relaxed, or he would always find something I needed to do or throw a tantrum to bring the attention back to him. Yeah, to throw you off course. Because when you're relaxed and you're or you're enjoying yourself, don't you fucking dare be smiling. And you're coming away from their control, aren't you, potentially? They don't like seeing that. Don't say absolutely, Sandra. Don't say he woke me up once to tell me that I didn't wash a plate. I smashed them in the bin. Like, fucking shut up, you dick. I'm smashing the plates in the bin. Oh, I woke you up just to say you haven't washed a plate. That's mad, Dawn. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Can you not have done it himself? Probably not. Sandra's then saying in UK, in the society, you're deemed as a good person if you work hard. Yeah, I think I'm indoctrinated with that one, Sandra. I had it drilled into me to work. I remember when did I get to I left school at 16. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I got a job straight away. I felt like I had to work. I felt like I couldn't afford to go to college. I felt I couldn't afford to go to higher education. I felt like I needed to work, and I've not stopped. I'm a perfect little worker bee, let's say. I'm 42 and I've not stopped. I've never not had a job since I was 16, since I left school. I even had a job when I was at school, actually, as well, which is a good trait, I suppose, hardworking, etc. But I suppose you could go down the wage slave type of thinking there. Don't saying that you can use sleep deprivation to control you too. Easy to control when you're tired. More erratic, more, you know what I mean? Easy. When you're tired, it feels like you're ill, basically. It just with me anyway. Don't saying agreed, Sandra. Sorry, one moment. Sandra saying, damn, what an arsehole. My mum will call me a lazy fat cow if she saw me lie down on the bed. That's awful, by the way. Sounds awful. I literally did everything around the house all the time, like Cinderella kind of thing. And when I would dirty rest, she insulted me. That sounds fucking awful. So I'm saying it was such a happy fucking household. Happy days. Get cleaning. That's awful. Don saying, well, that's awful. Don's saying, yeah, I hear you, geez. And Sandra saying it was a lonely town for me. I bet it was if you're on your own in that situation. Keep chatting away, guys. It's all good. I'm just going to change this. So why relaxing is important. That's the topic I'm on today. What I've chose to talk about today. This is a reminder to myself, if I'm honest, why relaxing is important. Go with that. So why relaxing is important. It's going to prevent burnout. It's going to prevent burnout. And if we keep going non-stop, stress is going to build up until we crash. So you crash and burn. One second. I'm just going to change that. One moment. I'm just going to ask a question to the group. Have you ever experienced burnout? Got a little story with regards to that. We're not designed to be under constant stress. No, we're not. No, we're not. in this rat race that we're in and having to do extra hours all the time. Also, I suppose if I'm changing topics a bit, let's say the modern women, and you remember the suffragettes, don't you, to fight for women's rights, and probably they had some good points with that. Girl power and all that kind of thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Women are very capable, blah, blah, blah. But I think society's kind of tricked you guys. Quote me if I'm wrong. I'm going off topic here. But women used to be like caregivers, didn't they? Caregivers. So they were naturally caring, nurturing the young, helping them with the development of the young. Essential in society. Essential. Men and women are different, in my opinion. One's not better than the fucking other. One's not better than the other. They both should coexist and work together. And maybe I'm not filling everything in, but women are very, very, very fucking capable. Don't get me wrong, absolutely. But I think that society, modern day society, let's say in England, has tricked you to an extent for you to join the wage slaves, become a wage slave as well. They wanted more people to work. So I think women have been tricked to an extent with regards to that. Am I being wrong? You might not agree with what I'm saying, and I'm saying it very vaguely, aren't I there? Anyway, I'll go to the comments. Are men, again, not just as sexist, but men are naturally stronger? Are they they're more able to do more harder manual work? They're more physically predisposed, let's say, to be able to work longer hours. Not saying that women can't do that. Of course they can. Of course they can. Are women capable? Of course they are. Women are great. Some women are great in the workforce. Absolutely. But I think the downside is what I've been thinking about recently is man, wife go to work. Man, wife do loads of hours. Man, wife need the money. Man, wife have to keep working. The children are at home. They have to put them into daycare because they can't see them, because they have to work. Therefore, that nurture thing is being missed out on. Sanders then, anyway, that's just my little thoughts on that. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. I'm open to people not always agreeing with me as well. It's okay if you don't. We don't always have to agree on everything. Just my tiny little take on that. But that can create burnout, of course. Anyway, so Sanders saying it's important. I'll go back to the comments and I'll carry on with that topic a little bit. I'm doing my best here. So let's have a look. Sanders saying it's important to look after number one, yourself. I agree. If we don't do that, nobody else will do it for us. No, they fucking won't. And you won't be able to help anyone either. You can't pour from an empty cup. I'm experiencing burnout right now, Brad. Oh, I'm sorry that you're experiencing burnout right now. You can't pour from an empty cup. Nope, you can't help anybody if you're burnt out. Don't say we should save it for running from danger, then relax again, not be releasing cortisol all day. Exactly. That fight, flight, or freeze response. It's going to add to it, isn't it? We feel like there's a threat all the time, which is basically anxiety, isn't it? Partly. And that cortisol in your body all that time. All that bit pent up frustration and that stress, you're on edge. Your energy is just burning really intensely all the time because you're on edge. That's a sign of, that's the cortisol kicking into fuck. And then all the other happy hormones, they can't get into the body when the cortisol's high, the other hormones can't get in. Because the cortisol, I don't know the exact science behind that, sorry, but I think I've read that before, that when the cortisol level is too high, the other hormones can't get in. So you're just under this fight, flight, or freeze response. Dawn's saying it's a fucking terrible thing. People always think I'm a feminist because I drive trucks. They assume. But it's just to split up families, schools raise your kids and we all pay tax. Yeah. Wage slaves. Sorry, Dawn. Yeah. And I think a bit of it's good. I think it's, imagine you're in the house all day. Women could get bored, couldn't they? I can understand that. They're going to want to do something. I think it's good to do some things, but not as much as women are expected to. And I think the downside is that kids aren't growing up with that parental guidance always, because the parents are not there all the time. And when they are there, they're absolutely tired. They're knackered because they work too much. I think they tricked us with that one, tricked society with that one. So I'm saying, I agree, they made women be more loyal to the corporation instead, not to take care of the children, exactly. Toxic feminism, the one that shoved down our throats in Western civilization, sucks. Yeah, they've done you. They've done not just you, they've done society and men and us, everything. I think it's all part of capitalism, I suppose, the cruelty of capitalism to an extent. So anyway, so have I ever experienced burnout? Yeah, I have. Sometimes, God, I've done times where I've worked, oh God, crazy. I think once I did like 28 days in a row, which is stupid. Not doing what I'm doing now, what I did in the past, which is not good. I wouldn't advise it. And I just felt kind of spaced out. Like I could keep going and going. I could have kept going longer as well. But then once you have a day off, you're just absolutely knackered. You're just burnt out. You feel ill, but you're not. Getting irritated at small things. The worst case scenario is you can have a mental break. What's it called? Is it mental breakdown or whatever it is? Not mental breakdown, sorry. Nervous breakdown. I know a guy that had that once. He looked homeless. You'd see him in the street. You'd think he looked scruffy as fuck. He looked scruffy as fuck. He was in his 50s. He looked weird. He used to walk around streets on his own. You'd think he was just like a crazy homeless person. But I found out a story about him. He was actually used to own a scrap metal business. He used to have a really nice big house, a really successful business, local business, had a wife and 2 kids or whatever. And his life was going really well. And then one day they found him next to a children's swimming pool, I think, a paddle pool, and he collapsed on the floor. I don't know if it was a problem with his relationship or his situation, or his business, but he had a nervous breakdown. I don't know the ins and outs, but he had a nervous breakdown and his head rolled off. His head fucking rolled off. And where did the wife go? The wife left. The kids left. He lost the business. He lost the house. He had fuck all. He probably needed help. He was the guy that always paid for everything. I'm assuming. I don't know the full ins and outs, but I think he was the guy he was the breadwinner. He worked his ass off. He might have been, I'm not saying he was perfect. He might not have been. I didn't know him personally, but I think he was a breadwinner. He was paying for everything, carrying everything, and life was good. But when the chips were down, when he really needed help, did they help him? No, they left, probably to greener pastures. Like, this is my point on men sometimes, not always. It's like they only want you when you're useful. And when you're not fucking useful, they don't want to know. You're only loved if you're useful, which is, I think, sad sometimes. Sad, yeah. And what did he end up as? He ended up just walking around the streets, looking homeless. He was probably mental health issues. His head had rolled off. It's sad. But I think what had happened as well is he had burnout and he didn't listen to it. Nervous breakdown. That's the end road. That's the end of the road, isn't it, potentially? I have had burnout, but not at that level. I recognise it and I slow down a bit. I struggle though because I'm a doer. I'm a doer. I get shit done. I push myself. It's getting that balance, isn't it? I turn up. I keep turning up. I'm a stubborn bastard. Sorry. I'm going on about myself too much here. I'll go back to you guys. Sorry. So Sanders then saying toxic feminism, the one that's shoved down our throats in Western civilization, sucks. I agree. I think I've already read these. Yeah, Dawn saying, yeah, they absolutely did. They did us with that. Dawn saying the TV tells people what to believe. And all the non-player characters just repeat what they said, parroting, yes. What they see in the media, yeah. They do. Mindlessly. I bet you I've done it at one point when I was younger, let's be honest. I've probably done it at one point. I question it now, though, of course. And it's just that repeat, isn't it? That regurgitated bile, isn't it? That nonsensual nonsense, isn't it? That's believed to be truth when it's a load of shit. Sanders saying, Dawn, the general media just indoctrinates. Yeah, it does. There's no critical thinking or common sense. It's just obey and repeat, regurgitate it. The NPCs, non-play characters, all lead copy-paste lives, and their uneducated opinion is formed by the media. Yeah. Yeah. Not everybody. A lot, though. A lot. Simon then saying, my favourite is when they go after my uterus. Sorry, 1 second. My favourite is when they go after my uterus and ask me where I'm going to, when I'm going to procreate, LOL. So they ask you when you're having children, or how long I have left until I can procreate. It's very personal questions, though, Sander. People do that as well, don't they? When you're having kids. When you're having kids, they ask. Why have you fucking had kids? You could ask back. Why have you had kids? How much are you enjoying it? And a lot of them, what they say is, there's nothing wrong with having kids, by the way. It's all good, each their own. There's nothing wrong with not having kids, each their fucking own. A lot of them will say, I've heard this so many times. Has anyone heard this one? Oh, I come to work to have a rest. I come to work to have a rest. What for? What from? What are you coming to have a work from? Rest from home or rest from kids? So these same people that are asking when you're having kids, they're the ones that say those things as well sometimes. You were 37, and your ex-colleague said, "Oh, let's see. You probably have 3 more years laughing my ass off." These people are stupid, and I think it's a bit rude. I think sometimes it's let's say, non-player character NPCs, just automated dialogue, small talk dialogue. Maybe as well. Sometimes it's not conscious; it's just unconscious, regurgitated sayings that people say sometimes. I bet you everyone's guilty for these things, but it can come across as quite rude and intrusive, depending on which way you look at it. A lot of people aren't aware, though. They're not conscious. They're just unconscious. Anyway, let's crack on. Another one, actually, I've got one more thing. Sorry. I found out today from the Boston University School of Public Health. They're saying that American millennials are facing a troubling rise in premature deaths. This is what burnout can cause, amongst other things, with new research showing mortality rates among the 25 to 44-year-old range use significantly high. They're dying in significantly higher rates as factors such as substance abuse, mental health struggles, and socio-economic stressors are fueling this alarming trend. I got this from the Boston University School of Public Health, by the way, just a reference, point of reference. I think it was, sorry, one moment. In 2023, should I say, researchers alone found that deaths were 70% above the expected. So burnout is linked to burnout to an extent, is that a lot of millennials, well, I'm a millennial, well, classed in that category. There's much more to me than just being a millennial, of course. But I think there's a lot of pressure on us to achieve and do well. So we work hard, we get side hustles, working all the time. And it can potentially lead to death. High cortisol is stress. Stress is a big killer, isn't it? Putting it bluntly. Yorick saying, are you 3 years younger than me, Sander? Sander's saying millennials are burnt out for sure. Also, we came after the bit, what they called, is it baby boomers? No, it's Gen X. There was baby boomers, but our parents were more than likely to be baby boomers. And baby boomers, what do they have? They were born in that perfect time frame, 1964, let's say, ish, give or take a few years, of course, with regards to the range of the baby boomers. A lot of them, they were taught, work hard. You can buy a house, get yourself a full-time job, get yourself a house. And during that time, you could do it with relatively little money. You could work at fucking Pizza Hut and McDonald's. You could buy a house for cheap in the 60s, 70s, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So baby boomers were born in that perfect time to achieve those things. However, things have changed. Things have got more expensive for a lot of different reasons. Millennials and beyond, let's say, it's a lot harder to buy a home. And we're taught by the baby boomers that that's the way to go. Work hard, Brad. You'll be fucking all right. You can buy yourself a house. Everything's going to be great. And the reality is, it's not that easy. It's difficult, isn't it? House prices have gone up. Cost of living's gone up. It's not the same. Baby boomers were born in a good time with regards to buying houses, let's say. That's another topic anyway. I'm going off on one, aren't I? Sorry. Anyway, Sandra's saying millennials are burnt out for sure. Yorick, are you 43? Yorick saying no, he's 40. I'm 43 soon. Fuck. Next month I'm 43. Oh dear. It's all good. You've got you either get older or you die, don't you? So you might as well embrace getting older. I'm just telling that to myself. Sandra's saying that she's 40. Sandra's saying this was said to me when I was 37. Yorick said, oh, I read it wrong. You said you were 37. Sandra's then saying, Yorick, yeah, LOL, it's okay. Sandra's then saying, baby boomers piss me off, laughing my ass off. Why do they piss you off? Good point. Not all baby boomers are the same. We're going on a different topic here. It's good though. Not all millennials are the same or Gen Z are the same. Does it change? I think it changes every 22 years. I think. I could be wrong. You're saying at this point, I'm just thinking of buying a boathouse. I went to, anyway, I'll carry on, sorry. Buying a boathouse, normal house prices are too high and mortgage and all. Yeah, I agree, Yorick. It's difficult, especially in bloody London where you're from. It's really expensive, isn't it? I've seen, I don't know, have you been to Oxford before, which is a lovely place, lovely little city, Oxford. And I've seen a lot of those boat houses there. People living on them. That's what you've just said reminds me of that, by the way, Yorick. And Sandra says, Yorick, my friend lives in a boat house in London. Who's that, Sandra? How do they find it? How do they find living on a boat? Yorick's then saying, yeah, what does he say, Sandra? It's easy or more difficult to live in a boat house. There's going to be challenges for sure. It's confined, the space, isn't it? The toilets, showering, cooking. I'm sure there's challenges, but it's a lot bloody cheaper. You're not going to be paying council tax, that's for sure. You're then saying probably just the upkeeping and changing water and maintenance be the most difficult part. Yeah, I'd agree. I've never done it though, so I'm not experienced with that, Yorick. A lot of people do that though. Sandra's saying Yorick, he loves it. He's bought a house. She's actually a posh one, so he looks after it, puts money into it. I suppose you're gonna have that extra income though, aren't you? Because you're not paying as much council tax, etc., rent. Yorick saying, I wonder if they pay to moor it in a place. I bet they have to pay. They'll have to pay some fee, I'm sure. I'd assume so. I'm going to move on with the topic a little bit. So why is relaxation important? Relaxing is going to improve your focus and creativity, isn't it? Taking breaks helps us think clearer and come back stronger. Question. One moment, guys. Sorry, I'm just typing something in here. Do you notice that your best ideas come when you're not forcing them? Is a question. I've had to cut the question short a little bit. Powerpuff Princess. Hi, Powerpuff Princess. Good. Nice of you to join us. I hope that you're okay. One moment. I'm just talking about the power of relaxation today. A bit of a chilled one. I'm just going to go back to the comments. Powerpuff Princess is smiling, laughing, and she's saying, "Listen, hon, good to have you with us, by the way. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. Listen, hon, you know I like you and your channel." Oh, thank you, Powerpuff Princess. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yorick saying, "Powerpuff, I remember you a long time ago, that game stream we watched." Powerpuff Princess is saying, "But please." I don't know what you mean, but please. I don't know what you mean by that, sorry, but please. Barry Log is saying, "Okay." Hi, Barry. How are you? Good of you to join us. My name is Brad, by the way. I can't say that one. You're going Kirk, Bar, Kirk, Gike. I've just read it out really badly, mate. Whatever. Sandra's saying hello to Powerpuff Princess. I didn't get to read them. Oh, right. Okay. No worries. Sandra's saying hi. Sorry. Powerpuff Princess is saying, actually, you know what? Don't worry, I won't say it. Yorick saying no spamming. Okay, no worries. Thanks, Yorick, for monitoring that. Oh, that's what spamming is it, Yorick? Thank you for thanks for that. You can explain it if you want to, Powerpuff Princess. I'm just going through the comments now. You can if you want, but if you don't want to, it's okay. She-Star saying, "I'm sick of it already." What you sick of? What you sick of, C-Star? Yorick then saying he was just spamming the name. Okay. Thanks for explaining, Yorick. Powerpuff Princess is saying hi to Sander, should I say? Hi to Sander. Nice. She-Star saying, "I care." What do you care about, She-Star? What do you care about? Sander's then saying, "Thanks, Yorick. He was annoying." Oh, right. Okay. They're all about someone else that was spamming, by the way. Steve Star saying, "But I don't want it etched into my brain." What don't you want etched into your brain? Please elaborate. Derek's saying he only gives spammers 1 minute timeout. No worries. It's all good. I was going through the comments, guys. It's a bit of a chilled one, this one, anyway. A chilled live vlog, should I say. Sander's saying, Sander, not Ander. Powerpuff saying, sorry, I meant Sander. Probably a misspell there. Dragon is saying, "Your power to the people. What we're talking about. You're from England." Dragon, my name's Brad. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. This is the Let's Get Inspired live vlog. I'm just talking about the importance of relaxing. It's just a chilled live vlog. I'm going through the comments as well, Dragon. I usually talk about self-improvement topics, narcissism, etc. Dragon. But today I'm just talking about the benefits of relaxing. Also, I'm just going through all the comments as well and just responding to them the best I can. Night says hi. Hi to Night. Good to have you with us. She started saying Charlie Kirk. Oh, sad. Charlie Kirk, I think, was sad. He was, you don't have to always agree with what he says. I don't think he was a horrible man. He was the let's have a conversation guy, wasn't he? He was the let's conversation guy, and they bloody killed him. They bloody killed him. In a better world, the person who shot him would have just come up with a good debate and spoke to him, because he spoke to anybody from all faiths all over the world. He wasn't a bad guy. I'm not saying I agree with everything he says, but that's okay. We don't always have to agree. You don't always have to agree what I say either. It's all good. It's freedom of speech, I suppose. As long as you're not offending anyone or being nasty to anyone, I think it's good to have freedom of speech. It's good to have different opinions. Not everyone sees everything the same way, and I think it's really sad that he got shot. I think it's disgusting. That's all I've got to say on that. It's sad. And he's got children, hasn't he? He's got a wife and 2 children. He's a family man. I don't think he was a bad man either. I think he was a kind person. He appeared to be a kind person. Excuse me, sorry. He appeared to be a kind person. Santa saying, Yorick, I just remove them as long as I can, LOL. Stephen Rogers, gay. Oh, you're one of them, Stephen. Why are you into gay things, Stephen? Is that what you're into? Each their own. Dragon saying, all right, chat. Hi, Dragon again. She started saying every live is about Kirk. Okay. Santa saying hi to Dragon. Sorry. She started saying sick of it already. What are you sick of? She started. Is it Amin? Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Amin. Hi, my name's Brad, by the way. Good of you to join us. Yes, ideas comes when my mind is free. Thanks for getting us back on topic, by the way. Yeah, they do, when you're rested. Sometimes when I'm not working and I've got a week off and I've got time to just chill and be my own energy, that's when my best ideas come. Because I'm not tired. I'm not burnt out. I'm relaxed. I'm calm. That's when I'm at my best. That's when the creativity can flow more, isn't it? Thanks for commenting, by the way. Sandra's saying, She-Star, have you had a recent head injury? Good question. Sandra's saying hi to Amine. Night saying hi, I'm from India. Okay, cool, Night. How's life in India? Sandra's saying hi tonight. Dragon saying, thanks, Brad. Yeah, man, relaxing, good idea, always. Yeah, we forget to, don't we? In this rat race that we live in, this always got to be on the go all the time, always got to be earning money all the time, type of thing, which is not always a bad thing. Powerpuff Princess is asking me something. Are you attending September the 13th? No, I'm not, Powerpuff Princess. I'm not. Sorry, I'm not. It's tomorrow, isn't it? Is it tomorrow? What day is it today? 12th. It's 13th, isn't it? Tomorrow. I'm not. Should I do? Maybe I should, but I'm not doing Powerpuff Princess, if I'm completely honest. I'm just not. I think it's an important thing. I hope it goes peacefully. I can understand why people are doing it. People are fucking pissed off. If I was going to attend something like that, I'd probably want it to be closer to home. If it was in Manchester or something like that. I think London's a bridge too far for me, and I think it's going to be hectic there tomorrow. And a lot of, that's not an excuse. That's a reason for me not going. But I think there's going to be a lot of people there. I just hope that they do it calmly and respectfully, because if you kick off, you lose your argument. If you start acting out in thuggish ways, which I think some might do, I hope that they don't, then you lose your argument, don't you? So I hope it's done respectfully. A question is, are you going Powerpuff Princess? And if you are, how are you getting there? I think they've blocked all the train. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think they've also like cancelled a lot of the train. The train network has been impacted by government. I think conspiracy thinking here, but I think they've kind of like there's a lot of trains that aren't going to be running conveniently to try and lessen the amount of people that go. She started saying I was dropped as a baby. Oh. She started, I'm sure you weren't dropped as a baby, dropped on the head as a baby. Sandra's laughing at it. But your mum started saying, but my mum said it's okay. Night saying hello to Sandra. Sandra's then saying, how are you, Night? Dragon saying, I'm going out tonight, plenty of relaxing. When I come back, yeah, baby. Dragon going out in Manchester. Where you go? Oh, nice, Dragon. Whereabouts are you going out in Manchester? Where's your favourite places to go out in Manchester? Sandra's asking the same question. Dragon saying Printworks. Yeah, I know where Printworks is. It's near Victoria Station, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Around the corner from Victoria Station is old Printworks. It's good there. There's a cinema there as well. There's a lot, obviously it's Manchester City Centre, there's a lot going on. That'd be good, that, Dragon. Enjoy. Sandra's saying, okay, cool, have a good night, enjoy yourself. Powerpuff Princess is saying, I'm not going. No, I'm not either. Yorick saying, I'm not going to then September 13th event. I don't like crowded places. I get why. I think it might get crazy as well. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm bloody wrong. Turbulent times, as they say. I'm not saying I agree with everything that they stand for, let's say, but I do agree with the frustrations. I do agree with the fact that things need to change, and the power to the people kind of thinking. I think the country's struggling. I think Canada's the same. America's similar problems in America, different problems in America, of course. I think that it's turbulent times. Standard of living is getting more expensive. Not just here, by the way. It's in other countries as well. Night saying, yeah, I'm fine. How are you doing, Sander? Sander's saying, Yorick, I stay away, to be honest. I can see why I'd stay away. Yorick saying, I'll just watch the live stream. Yeah, watch it from the comfort of your home. Powerpuff Princess is saying, but it won't be done calm and respectfully. I don't think it will. I agree with you, Powerpuff Princess. I agree. Is it going to be done calmly and respectfully? By most people, maybe, but all it takes is a little fire, and then it just burns, doesn't it? I don't see it going completely calmly, no. And there's also like the psychology of when people are in groups or mobs, there's a group mentality that changes people's psychology as well. People act in different ways when they're around lots of people, especially if it's emotionally charged as well. It can get messy, let's say that much. Sandra's saying, nah, I'm okay, just chilling. Sandra's then saying, Powerpuff, I think it's going to be crazy, LOL, especially with what happened to Charlie Kirk, yeah, because he was linked to... One moment, guys, I've lost some of the chat here. I think Charlie Kirk was linked to it to an extent. I forgot what the group is. One moment, I'm just going to go up to the comment. I have to use my laptop now because this has stopped working. Oh, no, it's still there. Sorry, I'm being silly. Yorick saying, hope there are not another killing in this event. I hope not, Yorick. There's enough hate and shit in the world. I don't want any more killings. It's sad. Sandra's saying, Yorick, yeah. Dragon saying, transparency always in life. Have a neutral personality in life is good. Pick some cool friends and boom, get organised. Party at least once a month. I agree. Transparency is always important in life. Have integrity. And having a neutral personality in life is good. Having a calm personality is good. I'm trying to gauge from that, by the way, Dragon. Pick some cool friends, people that are going to lift you up, not drag you down. Absolutely. And then go out and party at least once a month. Sometimes that's good. That's a release of stress, isn't it? That's a way of relaxing to an extent. I agree with you, Dragon. Yorick's is saying, I just get a feeling something might happen in this event. As things from USA come to the UK and someone will do something stupid. Yorick, you're probably right. Someone's gonna do something stupid. Someone's gonna act out. There's hundreds of thousands of people, maybe even 1 million people doing that. That's a lot of people. So something's going to give, isn't it? Probably. Dana Marum, sorry if I said it wrong, says hi Dana. Good to have you with us, by the way. Sanders then saying, LOL, that's an interesting philosophy. Neutral personality, what do you mean by that? I wasn't sure what that neutral personality meant as well. I thought it meant be like a calm, not get too sucked into politics kind of thing. That's how I interpreted that, but Dragon could mean something else, of course, because everyone interprets things, everyone has different interpretations. Sanders then saying, Yorick, anything is possible, to be honest. Yeah, it is. Dragon, do you not know what's happening? There's a big march. There's a big march happening in London, and it's in relation to the protesting against the immigrants coming into the country. They want to stop it. Is a very basic way of saying it. People have had enough. People are tired. People are working hard. Everything's getting more expensive. You can't get doctor's appointments as quickly, GP appointments as quickly. And basically, there's not enough resources. People are struggling. And then you've got people coming from on boats abroad, immigrants, and they are then getting housed in hotels, as I'm sure you know, which is costing loads of money. Then they are getting accommodation, they're getting paid for it, etc., etc. That's the argument against that. They're saying they don't want that. Powerful Princess is saying, yes, it definitely will be crazy. I'm not going because my boyfriend, who's black, said he's going if I go. Powerful Princess, that means he's probably wanted to probably wants to protect you, look after you. That's a good thing, by the sounds of that. But you don't want him to go. Yeah, that's what. Can some people are. That's a thing as well. It goes against that, doesn't it? People are assholes as well. I get the argument with the immigrants coming over. They're not contributing anything to the country. They're here to just taking all the resources. I understand why immigrants would come over, but there'd be some people that'd be really racist as well, which I'm not trying to convey here, by the way. That's a different way, but they could. Some of them might see, oh, there's a black person, and that could bring trouble to him as well. Potentially, that's what I'm gauging from that Powerpuff Princess. Stay away. Yeah. It's good of him to say that he'll go if you go, though. Probably wants to look after you, protect you, basically, which is a good thing. Good intention. Dragon is saying Dragon Fire. Sander, I mean, neutral, be yourself, one personality, not change gears, if you know what I mean. So just stick to your own opinion. Is that what you're trying to say, Dragon? Dragon, LOL. Yeah, I thought neutral meant NPC. NPC is non-play character, Dragon. What's a non-play character? A non-play character is someone who just mindlessly listens to the news, believes everything that the media tell them. They don't have any opinions of their own. They're not very aware. They're not very awake. They're just numb. Sometimes if you speak to some people, if you ever spoke to anyone and you just like speak to them, and they're just like, there's nothing there. There's no one home. Non-play character. That's what that means. I think there's people in society that they're just numb. They don't have a thought. They don't have critical thinking. They don't have a creative mind. They don't have their own individual opinions. They don't form their own opinions. They don't critique anything. They're just numb. They're just basically, that's it. Yeah, that's my explanation of a non-player character. Dragon saying LOL. Sander saying Yorick, yeah. Powerpuff Princess saying, how old are you, Sander? Sander saying, I'm 40, Powerpuff. How old are you? Powerpuff Princess saying, oh, well, you look good for 40. I'm 21. Oh, young Powerpuff Princess. Sander saying, ha ha ha, thanks, Powerpuff. I have a baby face. Sander saying, oh, Powerpuff, that's so cute. And a hug. Jack Ventura saying, cool head, bro. Thank you, Jake. Should I say, thanks, Jake. Well, I've got bald head, man. But thank you. So I'm saying hi to Jake. Tom. Hi, Tom. My name's Brad, by the way. This is the Inspirational Ambivert channel. Let's Get Inspired live vlog. I'm talking about the power of relaxation today. I usually speak about self-improvement type of things, but sometimes I just have chilled out chats like I am now. I'm talking about the power of, relaxation, really, but I'm chilled. It's a chilled one. But thank you to anyone that's subscribed, by the way. It means a lot. If you want to see more content like this, just subscribe and then click the God, I can't even speak now, can I? Click the notification box and then you'll see more content like this. Dragon saying, thanks for clarifying NPC, non-play characters yet. I believe in the concept to an extent. I do. I think a lot of people are sleepwalking. They're not aware. They're not awake. They're just, yeah. They're not bad. I'm not saying they're bad people or anything. A lot of people lack awareness. I think it's compass mentis, isn't it? Compass mentis, meaning to know yourself, is a great thing. Helps you with life. Anyway, let's crack on. So, one moment. So it's going to be better if relaxing. I'm going to crack on with what I'm saying. Back to my notes. Better for mental health. If you relax, you're going to be mentally stronger, mentally better, aren't you? Relaxing calms anxiety and lifts your mood. It's going to make you feel better if you're rested, if you're truly rested. What helps calm you down when you're stressed is the next question. And I'll talk about it a little bit. Again, this is a chilled out live vlog, man. It really is. What helps calm you down when stressed? Dragon saying, one thing I learned, no matter what religion you are, money that you have, power you have, if your journey didn't make you a beautiful character, it wasn't worth it. Wow, Dragon, that's very profound and very true and very wise. I can break that down. So I know it doesn't matter what religion you are. I think they all point to the same thing anyway. My opinion. It doesn't matter how much fucking money you got. It's because you got more money than people doesn't make you fucking better than anybody. Nothing wrong with money, by the way. It's just a form of energy, isn't it? Having loads of money, it gives you choices. Nothing wrong with having money, by the way, but it's making you better than anybody. It's good to have, of course, but use it properly. Don't be a prick with it. It was what I'm trying to say. And then I'm going back to what Dragon's saying. It doesn't matter what power you have. If the journey you've made didn't make you a beautiful character, it wasn't worth it. If you're a fucking piece of shit and an arsehole that no one likes, you might have all the power in the world. People might be scared of you. You might have all the money in the world. You can buy people. But it doesn't, if you've got an ugly character, it's not good. It didn't work out, did it then? Let me just check something. I want to read this out in a minute in relation to that. Sanders then saying, NPC is also used as slang to describe a person who exhibits a lack of critical thinking and follows trends without independent thought. So it could be, maybe controversial, Free Palestine. It could be the Ukraine thing. It could be something else. So whatever's trending at that time, people will just jump on it mindlessly. I'm not saying Free Palestine is a good or a bad thing, whatever. It could be good to it, it could be bad to it. I'm not going to go down that road. However, people just jump on it because it's fucking trending. because it's the hot topic in the news. It's a hot topic in the newspapers. So they'll all just jump on whatever fucking bandwagon it is without any thought. They're just dumb as fuck. It's dumb as fuck, really, in a way, if you're going to jump on that. That's basically what a non-player character would be. There's no critical thinking. They just believe what they're told by the media. They just believe what anyone tells. Yeah, it's dumb. I think it's good to have critical thinking. Also, even if you don't agree with me, it's all good. So, and it's okay to not be right all the time. So there's been times where I've thought something and someone's actually explained something else to me and they've actually changed my mind. I'm open-minded enough to accept, to have my mind changed sometimes as well with regards to opinions, topics or whatever. Sorry, I'm just going through my notes. I'm going to read something in a moment. Anyway, Sandra's saying Google said this, LOL. You got it from Google. Sandra's saying, agree, Dragon, beautifully said. I agree, really well said. Tom saying, are you Dalai Lama's brother? No, Tom, I'm not, mate. I'm not Dalai Lama's brother. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. That's a good film. Weed helps you calm you down when you're stressed. Yeah, it does. Powerpuff Princess. I don't think it's a bad drug. I used to smoke it when I was younger. I don't anymore. It's basically a super plant, isn't it? I think in the early 1900s, they demonized weed. They really fucking demonized it because it was a super plant and it has a lot of health. It has, even not just for smoke, not just for getting stoned, but it's like it can make clothes out of it. It's good CBD, that kind of thing. The sort of pharmaceutical companies, I think they bastardized it, they slagged it off, they slandered it, they made it illegal because it was a threat to their businesses. The pharmaceutical companies didn't like it because it was a threat to their businesses. There's more to that story than that I've just said, but weed can calm you down. I agree, Powerpuff Princess, absolutely. I don't think it's a bad drug. I'm not saying if you had loads of it, probably going to be bad for you if you're smoking it all the time. It can affect your mind, I suppose, but a little bit, not bad at all. And how many people kick off? How many people harm people when they're stoned? They don't. People are just too stoned. People are more violent on alcohol, potentially. Alcohol's a much worse drug than weed is, in my opinion. But it can help calm people down. It can help make people chilled. It can lower cortisol levels as well. It can actually affect inflammation as well. CBD oil, I think it is, that can do that. They should legalise it. They should tax it. Not that I like tax, but if they make a lot of money out of it. I think they have done it in America, haven't they? They've started that. Sorry, I'm just going through my notes a moment. I've got a poem and it's really linked to what Dragon just said, and I really like the poem and I just want to read it out. I've just got to find it, which is taking me forever. Sorry. One moment. Aha. Found it. Nice one. I've got a poem. It's really good. Well, my opinion it is. I'm going to read it out anyway. You're thinking, oh shit, not a fucking poem. But I like this poem. I don't usually read poems out. Let me start. This is called The Man in the Glass. It's linked into what Dragon just said. Listen to this. It's by Peter Dale Winbrow, not by me, being open and transparent, of course. So when you get, let's start. I'll try and read it the best I can. When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you king for a day. Sorry, I'll start again. That was really badly said. When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you king for a day, just go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your father or mother or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The fellow whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. He's the fellow to please, never mind all the rest, for he's with you clear to the end. And you've passed your most dangerous test if the man in the glass is your friend. You may fool the whole world down the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass, but your final reward will be heartache and tears if you've cheated the man in the glass. I think it's a fucking good poem. Basically meaning you can fucking cheat everyone all your life. You could be a proper cunt. You can climb the social ladder. You could be a psychopath, just for example. You can win loads of money. You can be a fucking absolute twat. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot. And you can fool everyone, but you can't fool yourself at the end. At the end. You know what I mean? And you're not a good person. You failed, in my opinion. You could be the smartest person in the world. You can do great things or whatever it is, but if you're not a good person, you failed. And you've got to look at yourself in the mirror when you pass, when you go to the other side. Sorry, I'm going a bit spiritual there, but there you go. But I think it's a really good poem. It's called The Man in the Glass. Anyway, I'll go back to comments. Sorry, Dragon, you inspired me to say that, so I did, with your comment from before. But anyway, Powerful Princess saying that it helps calm you down. Yeah, it does. It's not all a bad thing. It's a good thing. It can be a good thing. Sandra saying, hi, Tom. Do you know where Dalai Lama is from? Dragon wants some of that weed. Puff, puff, give, give. Tom saying, yeah, from Palestine, right? Palestine. No, Dalai Lama's not from Palestine. I'm sure you know that. Yorick saying cold shower helps me calm down. Helps me as well, Yorick. I try and have one every day. I have a cold shower every day. Wim Hof type of breathe. I do the Wim Hof breathing in the cold shower. I've told you that before. Sanderson saying, Tom, are you okay? And Powerful Princess is saying, Dragon, no, puff, puff, puff. Just all, see you in a bit, I'm having it all. That's what I get from that. You're right saying, no, going to the gym. Yeah, man, going to the gym, it helps me. I get a bit edgy if I don't go to the gym. I feel a bit off. I don't train as much as I'd like to, but it makes me feel better. Anyway, let's carry on. Tom saying, is your first name really Sander? Yeah, it's a different name, isn't it? Sander saying, yeah, it is. It's not a common name. I don't think it is anyway. Dragon saying reggae music calms me down always. Yeah, absolutely. Tom saying, nice to meet you, Sander. Cool. Sander saying, thank you to Tom. Nice to meet you too. Dragon saying, Powerpuff Princess, LOL. Powerpuff Princess saying, yes, technically it's a bad drug, depending on how it's been grown. All depends on the user as well. The drugs themselves, let's say, being very open-minded here, drugs themselves aren't bad, it's how they're used, I suppose. I think all drugs could be potentially useful, but they can also be very harmful, depending on the user. Same fucking thing with religion, innit? Sorry, I'm going off on one. Religion can be really good, but if it gets into the wrong egotistical hands, it can be used for bad things. Dragon saying, I like poems. Yeah, The Man in the Glass, I like that poem. It strikes, it hits me hard. I like it, it's good, in my opinion. Santa B saying, Dragon, me too. Dragon saying meditation, absolutely. I need to do more of that. Pop-Up Princess saying, personally, I only smoke imported weed from America. Why? Is it because you think it's less tarnished? Is it a better quality weed, is the question. You say it's the best of the best. I've never had it from America. A long time since I've had it, though. Gilda saying, God bless you. Thank you, Gilda. That's beautiful. Thank you, Gilda. My name's Brad, by the way. That's very nice. Thank you. Sandra's saying, that's beautiful, Brad. Yeah, I really like that poem. I don't know why. I just feel it for some reason. I just do. Yorick, sorry, the poem, I'm going to read it one more time. It might bore the fuck out of you here, but I'll read it one more time. One moment, it's in my other notes. It's one thing that I've written down a long time ago, actually. The poem is called The Man in the Glass, and it's by Peter Dale Wimbrow. So it's The Man in the Glass by Peter Wimbrow. I'm going to read it one more time because I just like it, and then I'll stop reading it, of course. So when you get what you want in your life, when you get what you want in your struggle for self and the world makes you king for a day, just go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it isn't your father or mother or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The fellow whose verdict counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. He's the fellow to please, never mind all the rest, for he's with you clear to the end. And you've passed your most dangerous test if the man in the glass is your friend. You may fool the whole world down the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass. But your final reward will be heartache and tears if you've cheated the man in the glass. Don't cheat yourself, basically. Let's read it one more time. Anyway, I'll go back to the comments. I think it's a really good poem. Sander saying hi to Gilda. Dragon saying beautiful poem, bro. Yeah, Man in the Glass, I like it. I seen it in a book. I got it from a book called The Hard Road Will Take You Home. The Hard Road Will Take You Home is a book, and I've seen it, and I've got it on audio, the book, and he reads it out, and that's where I got it from. That's a good book as well. The Hard Road Will Take You Home. It's about resilience. It was written by a guy who used to be in the SAS. Yorick's saying Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror is a good song. Similar to that poem. Absolutely, Yorick. Yeah, it is. You're right. Dragon's saying Fire. Sander's saying Yorick agreed, great song. Yeah, it is a great song. Dragon is saying he's from Amdo. He's from Amdo, China, Dalai Lama. From China. Laughing my ass off, Dragon. Says Sander. Dragon then says, if you like poems, you'll like this. Why explain yourself when those who you... Sorry, what? 1 second, Dragon, thank you. Why explain yourself when those who judge you see you only through their lens? Be silent, let them see. I love it. Rumi. That's very good poets. Short but powerful, I suppose. Let me read that again. Why explain yourself when those who judge you only see you through their lens? People are going to see you through their own perspective anyway. A lot of people don't try to understand you anyway. Most people don't really know me that well. They don't try to. They can only judge. They can only understand me based on their own perception and understanding and own comprehension. A lot of people don't try to get to know each other, really, do they? I found that in my life anyway. Therefore, it makes you, people will misunderstand you. And also, guess what they'll fucking do as well? They'll underestimate you. But you can use that to your advantage. You could use that to your advantage sometimes. I've been misunderstood and underestimated for a lot of my life. Be silent, let them see. I'll let them kind of theory there as well, Dragon. I'm going to another book there, but just let them think that they don't know you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them judge you. They're going to judge you either way. No matter what the fuck you do, you're getting judged. You just be your best self, basically. Anyway, I'll carry on. So I'm saying I love Rumi. I need to look into that more. Rumi, I've heard the name, but I don't think I've read many of the poems, if I'm honest. But Powerpuff Princess is going back to the weed topic. Sorry, I'm only just getting through your the text now. Sorry. Train of thought's just gone. Back on track. Sorry. Powerpuff Princess saying, yeah, it's better quality. The American weed. It's very clean. When you smoke it, it feels like vaping. It's so smooth and tastes better. Professionally made by the sounds of it, Powerpuff Princess. That sounds quite appealing. That sounds quite appealing, by the way. You're selling it well. Dragon says puff, puff, give. Dragon's happy with that as well. Dawn, hi Dawn. She's saying, just found my cat. He's been AWOL for 3 days, little shit. I've brought him a tracker. It's coming tomorrow. Shit, he's gone AWOL, little bastard. That's cats for you. They're very independent, aren't they? They're wild as fuck, cats. They don't give a fuck. They really don't, do they? I admire part of the cat personality, but 3 days, they just fuck off. They don't give a shit. Sometimes they don't come back at all. They find somewhere else, don't they, sometimes? Yeah, a tracker's a good idea, Tom. I agree, though. He's been a little shit, though. He or she has been a little shit. Sandra's saying, laughing my fucking ass off, Dawn. Love it. Yeah, it's funny. I'm glad you found your cat, though, because I know you can have an emotional connection to the animals that we have. They're basically, should be treating them like family, in my opinion. Sandra's saying, to Random, I'm glad you found him. Dragon saying, I've got a cat too. Bombay cat. Bombay cat. I can't picture what that looks like, Dragon. Dawn's then saying, I was messaging all the neighbours and the cat rescue, and I just went outside and he's sitting on the wall like he's, hey, how's it? Shit. So you're just knocking on everyone's door trying to find your cat, and he just like turns up like nonchalantly. Let's say, I can't say that properly. Not giving a fuck. That's cats for you. Dawn saying, I think mine is a Bombay too. Good cats. I can't picture what a Bombay cat looks like. Sorry, guys. I've probably seen one, but I can't picture it in my head. I'm not an expert on cats. Dawn saying the best look, the best love. Yes. Sanders B saying Brad Rumi is an Afghan. Rumi is a poet from Afghanistan. That's the best way I can say that. I didn't know that. I like some poems are really good. I need to read more. I don't usually read them out. Don saying, does yours AO instead of meow? Sanders laughing. Cameron. Hi, bro. It's me. Hi, Cameron. How are you? Good to have you with us again. Hope you're okay. How's life? Dragon saying, yeah, Dawn, 3 a.m. every morning, LOL. Sanders saying hi to Cameron. Dragon's then saying, cat lives under the decking boards, loving it. Living his or her best life. Nice. Dawn saying that her cat is grounded. He's standing, pushing the cat flat. He wants a bit more of that shit, doesn't he, Dawn? What's that those little catnip adventures or whatever it is? But I've locked it until the tracker comes. Yeah, I don't blame you, Dawn. That little shit's going to fucking go for another exhibition, isn't he? Cranmer's saying hi to Sander. Sander's then saying the black cats aren't there. Black with yellow eyes. I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing. Sander's then saying beautiful Dawn. Dawn's then saying awesome dragon. So the dragon's then saying, yeah, black cat with demon yellow eyes. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day, I suppose. I'm going to change this. What else you calm down? So when you're more relaxed, it's going to strengthen. I'll go back to the topic a little bit, but then I'll go back to the comments as well. Thanks for commenting, guys. I'll respond the best I can. If you're more relaxed, it's going to strengthen your relationships. So you're going to be able to listen better. When you're tired and your partner, I've done this. I'm guilty for this fucking one. I'm fucking tired. I've worked all day. And then your partner wants to talk to you and they're upset with something and they want you to listen. There's nothing wrong with that. And as a good partner, you should listen, shouldn't you? Of course. But sometimes I'm like so tired, I can't even be asked listening. And I'm not my best self because I'm not relaxed at that moment. I'm not open to listening to someone so well because I'm fucking tired. Human, whatever. So that would not be good for the relationship potentially if you did that all the time, would it? It'd be bad if you're too tired to listen to your partner all the time. But when you're tired, it's difficult, isn't it? But when you're rested, you're going to listen better and you're going to connect more deeply to people, to not just to your partner, to your relationships, to other people as well. So the question is, keep going with the comments, by the way. It doesn't matter what topic it is. It's an open chat. But I'm just going with my notes a moment. It's not a very profound question, this. Not a very deep one, really, if I'm honest. Do you prefer being around people when you're relaxed? Silly question. So I'll go with the question. Fuck it. Let's go with it. Do you prefer being around people when you're relaxed? Dragon's Den saying, my cat is the predator. No pigeons in my garden ever. Wow. They must be shit scared of the cat, Dragon. That's a good thing. LOL, Dragon, Sandra says. Dawn says, saying, sorry, I was distracted. Cold water dips bring my good mood back. Yeah, same here. Cold showers. Oh, makes me feel better. It's not comfortable, but you get used to it. Dawn saying that the cat brought her a pigeon on Christmas Eve once. That's Christmas dinner, Dawn. You missed out on Christmas dinner there. Not quite a turkey, but he tried his best. I think it's. I know it can be thinking, oh shit, there's a dirty ass pigeon in my house that the cat's just dragged in. But I think a lot of the time it's endearing, isn't it? They're trying to give you something. I think it's a sign of love in a way. I don't know. I've never had pigeon or never eaten pigeon. I don't fancy it either. Dragon saying those Bombay cats are master pigeon predators. Yeah, they're like little lions, man. They're wild in a way. They've kept that wildness about them. Dawn saying, I like to be with your human, but not lots of humans unless I'm drunk. I'm same. I don't like being around loads and loads of people. I can do it for a little while, but I get burnt out. It depends on the people as well. Dragon saying, thanks, my lift is here. I'll be back again. Thanks for joining me, Dragon. Thanks for joining us, shall I say, Dragon. Time to get hammered. Enjoy Manchester. Enjoy, what's it called? I forgot. Where you going? Oh, memory's gone. But you're going to get hammered. Bring it on. See you all again. Thank you. Thanks, Dragon. Thanks for contributing. I hope you have a top night. Enjoy yourself. I'm saying have a great night out, Dragon. Don's saying he left it on the doorstep, but my wee girl cat brings live mice and birds to me to hunt in the house. So much fun. God, so yeah, bringing back dead birds and mice. Bloody hell. At least they're contributing, I suppose. Dawn says bye to Dragon. If I'm relaxed, if I'm relaxed, I'm rested, I'm more open to be around people, of course. I'm going back to what I'm saying there. So I'm having a little rest. Sorry, guys. I'm having a little rest. By the way, I've added an email address to my channel. If you want to write anything that's in the longer format, you can on there. I'll respond the best I can. It's obviously www.inspirationalambiver@outlook.com. It's in lowercase. You're just starting a bottle of red. What are you drinking, Dawn? What? Obviously, you're drinking red wine. What type of wine is it? What type of red wine is it? Just gonna have a sip of water. 1 second. I'm just going to change this a little. 1 moment, guys. So there's going to be physical health benefits. Lowering your blood pressure. You don't have as much cortisol in your body. You're not stressed out. You have better sleep, more energy if you're relaxed. I'm going to ask a question now. What do you do to relax? Having a few drinks can help you relax as well, of course. It's Italian wine. I like Spanish wine. I like Rioja. I don't know why, I just like Rioja. But I like other red wines as well. Does red wine help you relax? Yes, it can. It can. It's like a chilled out type of piss, in my opinion. Yeah. You like Merlot usually? Yeah, Merlot could be nice as well. I don't like the super cheap stuff. That you get in like there's nothing wrong with people who drink that, whatever, each their own, but you can get like really cheap stuff in like a carton or whatever. You've got blue cheese as well. Cheese and wine goes really well. Sometimes some nice meats go with that as well. Olives, like a cheese board. That sounds amazing, especially with the red wine as well. No, it's awful, isn't it? It's like, fuck that. No. Caught in a wine. Oh, no. It's not good. Tastes minging. It's not good. It's bad, isn't it? I think what's the point? I'm not saying you can spend loads on wine as well. You can spend shit loads, but I think you can get a good bottle for like £10, sometimes £8 or whatever it is. You're going to get a decent bottle of wine. I think ideally it's like at least 13%, but everyone might not agree with that. But fast, fucking hell, that's bad shit. I've had that. That's a proper Scottish drink, that, isn't it? Oh, it's bad. But fast, Bucky. Get on the Bucky. It's fucking awful. Oh, what is it? Oh, what's in that? Is it? I forgot what's in it. It's not good for you, I know that. It's popular in Glasgow, I bet it is. Oh, what's in it, Dawn? I forgot. I know it's not healthy though. Caffeine. Has it got some of it's got some shit in that? Fucking bucket, but fast Bucky. Yeah. the name as well. And cheap cider, that's awful as well. That White Lightning, or these other brands as well. I'm just chilling now, guys, to be honest. Sorry. I drank it when I was in college. Yeah, you do when you're younger, don't you? Yeah, so I used to hang around the streets as well. I used to hang around the streets. I used to have trackies, Rockports. It wasn't a good look, but I thought it was at the time. Lacoste t-shirt or whatever it is. Drinking on the streets, yeah, being a dick. That's what you do when you're younger, though, I suppose. Sorry, guys, I've gone a little bit quieter now. I'm just chilling. What do I like to do when? Oh, well, sorry, I'm struggling to speak, guys. I'm just going to relax the best I can and be calm. We used to sing along to Sweet Caroline. Oh, shit. And then insert bucket wine at the do. Absolute idiots, weren't we? Cringe, yeah, shit. Yeah. Or hang around the off license and ask people to get us drinks. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I've gone a little bit quiet now. I think my energy's not 100%. Woe is me, but it's not. But it's all good. What do I like to do to relax? You just, I don't know, walking, switching off, man. I struggle sometimes. I keep going back. I work a lot, and then I put time and energy into this as well. But I try to make this more fun if I can. To relax, don't like to. You love to lie down on the field, watch the horses eating, kick my boots off, and just listen to them munching away. Yeah, just be in the moment, be around nature. It's top, isn't it? I need to do more of that. I think the Japanese did a study, and they call it forest bathing. And they did a study about being in nature, let's say in the forest around the trees or whatever, and they've done a study saying, obviously, I think we already know this, like there's a lot of benefits to it, well-being and health, etc. So being around nature, we're linked to nature. We're from nature, from Mother Earth, whatever you want to call it. Eric's back. Hi, Eric, you have to do the dishes. That's not a fun task, I'm sure. Anyway, I'll go back to my notes, guys. Sorry if I'm running out of things to say. It is what it is. So that's really the point that I wanted to share tonight. Relaxation is an option. It should. It's not optional. It's something that we all need, even right now. We all need it sometimes. We all need to fucking switch off. It's all good. I'm taking this live slow. I have been doing and easy because sometimes you've got to listen to yourself. You've got to listen to yourself. It's not being selfish, it's being self-full. Oh, I want steak as well. Question. How do you like the steak to be cooked? How do you like the steak to be cooked? Mine's medium rare. Oh, I love steak. What kind of steak is it as well? Medium. I like medium rare, me. I used to be like scared of the blood. I wouldn't eat the blood when I was younger, like teenager or whatever. I wouldn't eat that. I thought, fuck that, I'm not eating the blood. But it's actually so juicy and tasty. It tastes amazing. A good vet could bring it back to life. What's that when they have it raw as well? What do they call that? It's like raw beef. It's like not cooked at all. I've never had that. Don't say I have Sterling, but prefer ribeye. Yeah, ribeye's better, but they both got the steaks are nice either way most of the time. Venice and deer meat. No, it's meant to be really nice. Venice is meant to be really nice. I've never had it. Amanda, hi Amanda, how are you? You prefer it blue? Prefer your steak blue? Good to have you with us, by the way, Amanda. My name is Brad, if you don't already know. Sandra's not agreeing, saying it's overrated. Why do you think it's overrated? I love steak. I love steak. It's one of my favourite foods. Not everyone likes it, though. Everyone's got different opinions. Amanda saying no medium rare. Yeah, I agree, Amanda. My preferred one is a medium rare. Dawn saying, oh my God, Sander. Why don't you like it, Sander, is the question. Not everyone likes the same things, of course. Venison is amazing. I bet it's very rich. Ostrich is actually really nice. Ostrich, never had that. I'm just going to leave it as an open chat now. It has been that most of the live anyway. It's an open chat. We're chilling. Sanders, one moment. You're like saying oysters. I've never tried. They don't sound appealing to me because I'm not an expert at this, but I just see this down it, don't they? It's like they don't even like chew it or anything. It's just like just pouring it down your neck. I don't see the point of oysters. Some people love them, but no. I've never tried them and I don't want to either. I think they look shit. I could be missing something there. I could be being very close-minded there. So I'm just saying it's meh, in my opinion, LOL. I prefer chicken. I love chicken as well, of course. Steak does nothing for you. Just don't like it. Fair enough. Dawn saying, I've tried them. It's like a salty bit of snot. Lovely. No, that's why I don't like. I just don't like the sound of it. Not at all. Ostrich is interesting. Where'd you buy that? He said your boyfriend didn't like it, but now he eats it nearly every day. Steak he eats nearly every day. Muscle foods, yeah, protein. I'll tell you what I don't like. Obviously, some people eat them sometimes, and I've eaten them in the past. It's like you go to Farm Foods or Iceland, or is it Iceland or whatever it's called, the shops, and it's that frozen processed stuff that's you just chuck in the oven. It's really easy, quick to make, isn't it? But it's just, I think that's really bad. The highly processed meats, the stuff that you just put in the oven for 20 minutes and it's cooked. You already said it's good for your libido, the oysters, apparently. Okay, didn't know that. Sanders is saying, I come from the Mediterranean and most definitely seafood, especially fresh one is top tier food. What particular fish do you like, Sander? And why do you like those things? You don't have to answer these questions. I'm just asking. You like mussels? I've had mussels. I like mussels. Yes, I like mussels. They're nice, tasty. I've never had them in white wine, though, I don't think. I've not had them for a long time. You're saying that Casanova used to have a lot of oysters. So it helps him along his way, then, Yorick, by the sounds of it. So as they're saying, we have butchers, markets and bazaars where I'm from. Very accessible and delicious. Yeah, fresh fish. It can be a little bite. Yeah, 1 second, sorry. Don't think the bigger the fish, the more mercury, but sardines have iodine, which you need for your thyroid. We use iodine, aqueous iodine and alcoholic iodine for surgical procedures as well, by the way. We use it for to prep the area. We use iodine to prevent infection. And there's a myth as well. They say that if you're allergic to shellfish, that you're allergic to iodine, which is not true, in my opinion. But that's what they believe in the hospitals. It's like an old thing that's been repeated, whole story that's repeated, but they're not. Anyway, I'll move back. I'll move on. You're saying, I never tried crab meat, or maybe I have, not sure. Crab, I've had crab as well. I wasn't a big fan of it, if I'm honest. It's not something I'd go to. Don saying, yeah, it's great stuff. Don saying the thyroid needs iodine and selenium. Sanders then saying, any bluefish, Brad? Tuna steaks, like true tuna, not the stuff you get in a tin. Really, really fucking nice is the tuna steak. Sea bass, really, really nice. Etc. is delicious. Yeah, whitefish is sea bass, isn't it? You can get a goiter without iodine. What's a goiter, Dawn? I don't know what a goiter is. Please explain. Dawn saying tuna is packed with mercury, unfortunately. Yeah. Plastics as well, some of them. Microplastics. That's another topic. The world's full of plastic. Yeah, in the sea as well, I think it is, which is being eaten by the fish. And then we eat the fish, which has the plastic as well. Or a large thyroid. Thanks, Dawn, for explaining. Eggs are amazing. I think that's maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're going to choose one food, it could be the most nutritionally dense food, most perfect one. If you had one food, just one food, it'd be eggs. It could be the most closest thing to perfect. Just so fucking, because it gives birth, obviously, it gives birth to chickens or whatever, the egg, whatever, but eggs are amazing. Yolk has iodine in it, I didn't know that. I love eggs though. Amazing. You can do a lot with eggs. Santa's saying, Dawn, when you're moderate with eating it and you know where it's caught and who caught it, it's a powerhouse and superfood, yeah. It can be. A lot of our foods are tainted now, aren't they? It's hard to avoid it. The pesticides and all the other things that they've used, the chemicals that are used for farming, the list goes on. Highly processed foods are bad, though, of course. It's that if you're eating frozen meals all the time, quick, easy meals all the time, a lot of people do in this day and age, though, because they haven't got time and energy to cook things. I get why, but that's a highly carcinogenic as well. Big fish accumulate mercury because they've lived longer, because they've been, but that would make sense. So I'm saying, again, when you come from where I come from, it's a different story. The food just tastes better too. I definitely miss the aspect of home. So you miss home? I miss that aspect of home, the fresh food from home. Yeah. I think Italy has a lot of that as well. Mediterranean, isn't it? Obviously, next door to Italy and Croatia, and there's the Adriatic Sea, which is in between Italy and Croatia, but it's Mediterranean diet there, healthier diet. Overall, I should say healthier cultures as well compared to England, man. A lot of unhealthy people. A lot of people hanging out their asses. A lot of people are hanging out their asses. They really are. Not a lot of unhealthy people, unfortunately, and a lot of it comes from food, man. Food can be your medicine or it can be your poison, can't it? You can't always be perfect with it. Sharks, I didn't know that. Is it linked to what Dawn was saying though with regards to the mercury? Sharks are probably the unhealthiest fish to consume. I think I've eaten shark once or twice a long time ago. Is there another reason why they're unhealthy to consume? I don't know. I'm just going quiet for a moment. I'm just gonna chill. I tell you what's difficult when I was God, what was I doing? It was difficult at the can't get the words out. The glamping. I was doing the glamping. The fire pit was difficult. It took ages to cook the meat. And we did pieces another night as well. It just took a long time to get it going. Might be because of inexperience with that, but it took a while. It was nice though when it was cooked. And everything smelled of smoke, which I didn't like, if I'm honest. It was really nice being there. It was nice being in nature. It was very different for me. I loved it. However, I didn't like the smell of smoke. I got sick of it after a while, if I'm honest. Dawn saying, I think the mercury is in the seabed. I'm not sure if sharks forage there. Tana saying they have a lot of mercury and other toxins. Not really a thing that's sold, is it, really? Well, not where I'm from anyway. Guys, I'm going to call it a day. Sorry, I've not got anything else to say. I don't want to bore you all to death. Let me just finish and then we'll call it a day, guys. I'm going to do this on Sunday. I always do this on Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be talking about narcissism, growing up with narcissistic parents. I'm going to cover that one. Might be a heavy one, but sorry, it just went off a moment. I'm going to cover that, yeah. Which is going to be a heavy one. So hopefully I'll see you on Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. If you do want to email me, you can do. I've got an email address, www.inspirationalambivert@outlook.com, which is in lowercase. If you want to message me anything in more in depth or anything longer, if you want me to discuss anything, ask any questions, I'll answer the questions the best I can. If you want me to bring up any topics in future lives, I will do. Of course, I'll answer things the best I can. So But anyway, sorry, go on. But thanks for hanging out tonight. It's been really good. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for contributing. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you all. I really do. I hope you're all okay. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And make sure you look after yourselves. Relax. I need to tell myself that as well. No worries for the email. Yeah, I think it's good to have it on there anyway. Thanks for suggesting it, Dawn. Thanks for thank you for suggesting that. So I've added it on, of course. So anyway, hopefully I'll see you on Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning. I might do a live tomorrow. I might not. I'll see how I feel. But definitely be there on Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, talking about growing up with narcissistic parents, how it can affect us, basically. I'm going to talk about those things. So thank you for your time. So hard accent, Ali's saying. Yeah, that's just my accent, mate. I'm going now, Ali. Sorry. I'm going. Join me. If you want to see more content like this, then please like and subscribe. Click that notification button so you'll know when my content is coming out next. But thank you for your time, guys. Look after each other. Good night. And hopefully I'll see you on Sunday. Goodbye.